Welcome to the Bob and Cancer Show. Hi, I'm Bob Kavoyan. Had to get that in there. And I hate my partner, Cancer, and I'm going to kill him.
Good for you.
Joining me with our third edition of the Bob and Cancer Show, my co-hosts. One happens to be one that I sleep with, the other not.
Is your wife.
See, she said she was going to be writing jokes for this one.
Wow.
That was strong to open with, honey.
Yes, it is.
Yes, my wife, Becky Lou, the very funny Becky Lou Kavoyan, and also my best buddy, Whit Grayson.
Hey, Bob.
Heidi ho.
Heidi ho.
And here we are.
We're going to help you kill this guy.
Oh, man. It's been an interesting week. A few changes to me.
Week 3.
Week 3, we've completed that.
It's done.
It's a weird thing.
But look at you with all your curls and your thick mustache.
Yes, I have side effects from the radiation, but no side effects yet from the chemotherapy.
Good.
So I have not lost any hair or anything.
You look so great.
So I'm actually gaining weight, and that's thanks to the person I sleep with, my wife, who is also the kitchen manager here.
Yeah.
And she's just been feeding me. Part of the fight of this disease is to stay hydrated.
Yep.
And fat.
Fed.
Fat.
Not
I actually
fat.
looked in the mirror and noticed that I am heavier than
Probably
when
than
we
you've ever
started
been.
this. I am pretty heavy.
Yeah.
But
He's
we've
my
been
heavy honey.
doing a lot of protein and a lot of calories.
Mm-hmm. That's the full-time job of Becky Lou.
And Becky asked me the other day, "You think you're losing weight?" And I said, "Well, hell yeah, I'm losing weight. I can't even see my junk."
You mean you're gaining weight.
Gaining weight.
Might want to edit that.
Yeah.
I was gaining weight because I can't see any. It's all. I have a belly now.
And are you doing okay, munching every 3 or 4 hours?
Yeah, it's kind of a 2 to 3 hour.
Okay.
Have something to eat, and it's protein and calories is the name of the game right now.
Yep. I'm doing a lot of research on high calorie and just delicious things, not just like, oh, let's stuff him full of protein powder that tastes like crap,
Protein powder. We found one that's tasteless that actually works.
And now I'm stirring this taste-free, tasteless, whatever, protein powder into his coffee even in the morning.
So it doesn't have any effect?
No,
Meaning it doesn't taste?
I get protein, but I
taste
can't taste
You have
any
to
different.
really stir it so it doesn't have little particles. Nobody wants.
No one wants that.
No
And
one
we
wants grainy
also
coffee. No.
cool his coffee down. So I put 2 ice cubes in his coffee, then put in the protein powder, and then he's able to drink it and get 6 grams of protein.
It's one of the side effects for the radiation right now is my throat is very sore. It's difficult to swallow at times.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is his first.
And
this
first
is
symptom.
First symptom.
And it's increased through the week, but I'm still able to swallow. I don't need any medication to get food down my gullet.
You do have the option of medication if that time comes when he needs it.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's amazing. I think it's just amazing what he's done in 3 weeks that he's gotten to this point.
Yeah, it's really something, and apparently, following doctor's orders, it's helping the side effects stay away for now.
Good for you.
And we were told by maybe the nurse practitioner, I can't remember who it was that told us that your condition at the time you start treatment is the guide for how well you're going to do at the end. Well, he started with no symptoms, no weight loss, nothing. He had nothing. He was perfectly fine and healthy, other than that monster in his belly.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that by keeping him fat and happy and well-fed and hydrated, that he will make it through without that drastic weight loss.
Well, I wondered psychologically, you finished 3 weeks now.
Yep.
Out of 5.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 2 more. How do you feel about going in tomorrow?
Fine. Actually, Mondays I look forward to, and because I get steroids as
And
a part
fluids.
of my
That's right. Okay.
as part of my chemo treatment, and the last few weeks when I get home from there, I have great energy. I can do anything. I'll go.
He's been golfing or painting the house or
And then come Thursday, everything starts sliding away, and
yeah.
I get tired again. So I'm looking forward to Monday and getting a new dose.
In fact, I have a treatment tunes playlist. I don't know if I mentioned that last
No,
week.
you did not.
You did not.
I didn't mention that. So I have this playlist because I sit there with my little earbuds in and stuff, waiting on him in the waiting room or whatever.
What's
and,
the number one requested song on that
no, well,
list?
right now I'm working on my Monday songs.
Oh, you have a Monday.
So I'm guessing you can
Come
guess.
Monday.
Monday.
And Monday.
Yeah.
No, those go without saying.
And now the one went out of my head. Oh, darn it, because it has the best lyrics. Is it Fats Domino? The
Blue Monday.
Blue Monday. It
Blue
is.
Monday.
Yep.
That is
And he
Fats Domino.
talks about the weekend coming, and then he rests up on Sunday.
Because Monday's a mess.
Monday's a mess.
One of the best lyrics
and
ever.
isn't it a great
Yeah,
song for
it is.
what we're doing? That you rest up. On Sunday I rest because Monday's a mess. And ain't that the truth?
It truly is.
We have to give them 4 hours of our life, and
Well, little Mondays are longer because, and luckily, we have switched schedules.
yay.
We are now on the early shift. We start at 9 a.m. for our radiation, and then chemo will follow at 9:30. So it makes my day a little
Because you
easier.
can't eat. You can't eat or drink, right?
I can't eat before the radiation, so now I can actually sleep till 8, do a quick shower, and get to the hospital, which is luckily very close to us.
Traffic wasn't bad. You were worried
No.
about that.
No, it's
It
it's
depends
good.
on when you leave.
Okay.
Like if we
It's
left
amazing.
at 8,
A
bad.
5-minute difference from
Oh,
the
yeah.
time we leave
Yes.
is a huge difference at the traffic light. It's amazing.
Yeah, we really.
I
only
never
have-
knew this as a. I never was a morning commuter. I was already
You were-
at
you were
work.
He was
work.
on the air before everybody commuted.
Yep.
So he didn't ever sit in traffic. And now, if we left 10 minutes before we do, we'd probably sit there at Walgreens at that corner. But as it is, we just go, hello, zoom on down, and it takes us, it's beautiful, less than 15 minutes from our door to the treatment room. I mean, we park, we get in the building, and it's less than 15
That's
minutes.
so nice.
We're so fortunate.
That's very lucky.
So many people, I probably have mentioned this, but I think it's worth mentioning every week how grateful we are that we don't have to drive an hour or 2 every day back and forth.
Yep.
We're just,
Very lucky.
we have things that we are grateful for in the midst
See,
of
now I'm
this.
fixated on her playlist.
I know, it's pretty good.
Well, she brought it up, and she hasn't mentioned any song on that playlist.
I just said the Monday.
No,
I'm
that's
working on-
you said that's a Monday playlist. You also said you had a.
No, okay, hold on. Keep talking.
All
Talk
right.
amongst yourselves.
Oh, okay, so she's going to get the playlist from, I'm guessing her iPad or computer. I have
Continue
not.
chatting,
I have
Lloyd.
not
Have
put
you-
together a playlist.
Have you benefited from the playlist yet?
No,
Okay.
No.
I don't think I've heard any of
It's
the
really a
playlists.
me playlist.
So
but it
she
can be
listens
a
to
Bob.
it while I'm going
Okay.
through.
Yeah, while you're in there, then
Oh.
I'm got the headphones on, or
I
when
see.
when he goes in for
Radiation.
radiation, which is the first thing we do. I don't go back there with him because
Right.
of
You can't.
beep, beep,
Yep.
beep, beep. What are the noises you were making?
I don't remember.
Of what you thought radiation was
Oh,
going to sound like?
yeah, right. The old 50s
You know,
sci-fi
yeah.
noise.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm just out in the waiting room. Sometimes I'm cutting up and laughing with the girls behind the counter and stuff. They're so friendly and cheerful. But sometimes I'm sitting there turned away from the other people because I don't really want to interact with the other patients or loved ones because it's awkward. So I just kind of listen to music. And some of these are helpful to me.
And
So-
on your playlist, and which playlist is this? Not the
Treatment
Monday.
Tunes.
It's called Treatment Tunes.
It's just keeping me company
And,
during treatment.
What's the
The top song,
what's the number one song?
Amy Grant,
What's she singing?
Trees We'll Never See.
Trees We'll Never See.
It's great lyrics.
We'll never see or will
Trees
never see? 'Cause
we'll
that
never
seems
see.
like an obvious
Potatoes.
statement.
Potatoes will see.
They have eyes. Corn
But trees
can
will
hear.
never see.
It's a new song, and our
Okay.
friends, Shar and Dick, told us about it. It's beautiful.
Okay.
It's just a great song about persevering and loving your people and
So
planting
can-
trees that you'll never see.
When you're having chemo, can you listen to music
Sure.
in the
Oh, yeah.
chair? Yeah,
Yeah.
they allow that, right?
So in chemo, I was going to mention, when he goes in for chemo, they do give him the steroids, but they also give him a pretty healthy dose of Benadryl, and he dozes off for an hour.
Oh, it's only like 20 minutes.
It's about 3 hours.
Is it really?
No, I don't know how long it is.
Wow.
Oh, no wonder it goes so fast.
So, but anyhow, I'm just sitting there. And the first week I brought our portable Bluetooth speaker, thinking, and we did eventually turn that on and listen to music together. But I can't play that while Bob's dozing. I don't want to bother him.
And you can hear the
it's
other
just
rooms.
a glass
Yeah,
door
right.
between.
You don't want to blast music and while the other guy's getting his chemo and probably having a very bad time.
Right, but
and
you
he
know-
doesn't want to hear about trees being not seen or
No.
But the Monday thing, maybe people would appreciate. So, let's see, what other one? I got John Prine. I've got Vince Gill. I got Robert Earl Keen. You know,
Okay.
there's some.
All right, there's
You
some
know,
good artists on the list.
There's really good stuff on here. Ingrid Michaelson, you remember her?
I like Ingrid a lot.
Ingrid was on the show.
Okay.
She's the ukulele darling girl.
Oh, yeah.
And she has this song called "Be Okay."
Yep,
I'm
good song.
gonna Be
All
okay.
right.
Be okay. Be okay.
That's
so
the
it's
one.
encouraging. It's just songs to encourage us to keep right on being okay.
All righty.
Hey, we are
Well,
okay.
yeah.
We this
don't,
week.
don't make fun of me for this.
I'm not making fun of you.
See, I thought you were making a playlist for Bob, like a Cheer
I
Up
could.
Bob or...
Oh, he
I
would do
shot the
nothing but
sheriff.
he would mock me if I tried to make a playlist just for him.
Yeah, well,
Because you would miss the mark?
We have different. We both listen to the same music together often, but I do tend to be more in the folk or
she's really
country,
heavy on
singer-songwriters.
on message songs.
Messages.
She likes the message.
I
Bob
remember
likes a beat.
Yes.
the first album I thought that was totally for women.
Geneseo.
Nope.
Oh.
Carole King sitting in the window with that cat.
Oh.
I knew that was not going to be a
Tapestry.
headbanging album when I saw that.
Tapestry.
That's Tapestry.
Yeah. I know what it is. It seemed to me that
Yeah.
That's a good one.
it's okay, but it's when things got a little bit namby-pamby in my book.
Did you see that Broadway?
I did not see the Carole King-
marvelous.
What's it called? It's got
Beautiful or
yeah.
something like
Beautiful.
that? Yeah.
It was beautiful. So there.
That was a good show.
That's a good record. I just didn't.
I figured
It's
you were
not your
going
real
to.
party tune.
You know, speaking of
Yes.
Geneseo, I used to go home for lunch in high school because we lived across the street. My brother Rex and I would walk home, eat, and put on records. And sometimes we would put on Geneseo.
At 17?
Oh,
Any
my
of the
God.
various songs. We were moody kids, man.
I guess. That is the
doesn't-
most depressing.
That doesn't
Song.
cheer anyone up.
No.
Well, you know, you're
I
in
saw
high
her
school
open up.
and
Get this. No, she did not open. He opened for her. Billy Joel opened for
No.
Janice Ian, one of those horrible concert things together.
wow.
And he put on a heck of a show. And then when she came out, it was like, oh, we've got to leave. And we did.
Okay.
It's like, whoa. Whoa, depression.
So,
Okay, we got our Geneseo
but-
hunk in.
yeah, but you,
You know what? There's nothing like talking about Janice Ian and cancer.
I don't think that's inadvertent, quite frankly.
God. Oh, this is depressing.
Yeah, let's move on to something
Let's talk about our
cheerful, huh?
Monday was nice.
Yes.
We got to
It
go in
was.
early, and
Okay.
we went to chemo. We were on the dumpster side of the street again
Yeah.
for this dose, but it was okay. It went fast. It's
It goes fast when you sleep through it.
well, yeah, it does.
But
But
It's not something that I'm afraid of.
that's
You
what
know?
that's why I was asking. You haven't gotten to the point where it's, oh God, I got to get up and do that again
No.
tomorrow.
No, I do that during the week with the radiation because it's every day.
Right.
maybe
But
Friday.
the,
Thursday
Friday I'm
and
a little
Friday.
tired.
He's tired.
But no, it's I'm not afraid to go get my treatment because it doesn't hurt. It
Yeah.
apparently is working. I mean, 24 hours a day, I'm killing cancer inside my body.
That's
Yeah.
what's remarkable.
Just walking
Yeah.
around.
I
and
remember
sleeping.
saying that to Deb at the
Yes.
time, that even when you're reading a book or a magazine at home, you're burning calories, man.
That-
you are working
The
it.
treatment is working.
Yep.
Yep.
It is working. And she got toward the end of week 3, which you just finished,
Right.
a little bit fatigued.
I
He
feel
did
that
too.
towards the end of the week. I'm a little tired today.
Where
but,
where the next week she was kind of like, do we have to do this again?
right.
Yeah.
It's not dread, you just are tired.
Yeah.
Sure. And I'm
Yeah.
guessing that's what's going to happen the next couple of weeks for me. The weeks 4 and 5 of treatment will probably be difficult to get up and go to.
Well, we saw our doctor, the radiologist
Right.
that's working on the radiation treatment. And Bob had said last week in week 2, well, I know next week's the one you've.
Yeah, he told me week 3 you're going to hate me, and I went through week 3 and I don't hate him yet.
That's
And
great.
he said that to him on Thursday.
So
He
far-
said, I remember you saying week 3 I'm going to hate you, but you know what?
Not yet.
I don't. And he just kind of looked at us like,
Like,
"Ah."
hey, he goes,
Wait.
you haven't seen week 4, have you,
Yeah.
pal? Yeah. So I'm guessing week 4 is going to have some.
But you know what? Bob
Some
makes
stuff.
them laugh. They make him laugh. Everybody has such a positive attitude in there.
You know, that's the thing about people bring up the word cancer and the mood changes.
Totally.
And
I mean-
it's, you know what? I still want people to be
Oh,
funny.
tell
and-
him about your friend that
Yes,
you.
from my friend Dave, who lives down near Louisville. He sent me a text, and we always, when we send each other a text, it's always a smegma breath, or
Yeah,
you know,
right,
you always,
right,
You call them
something-
something
Something
horrible that guys do.
inappropriate.
Right.
Yeah.
And he said, you know, are you available to golf this summer, blah, blah, blah. And I told him that I'm having some health problems. He goes, can I call you? I said, sure. And when he called me, the whole tone had changed to serious,
Concern.
you know, and
Yes.
concern. And I understand that, and that's wonderful, but still, I'd like to hear a joke.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
I mean,
I've been writing them.
it's like,
Wow.
that is, I think, a sign of the apocalypse.
Yes, I was going to say.
I have a very funny wife.
Yeah,
You are very good.
The
to her.
problem is God has a girlfriend who writes
Who
jokes.
sings, yeah.
Yoko.
So,
No,
yeah. it's-
I know exactly what you mean, Bob. And I don't know if you do, and I haven't asked you. Do you get a lot of texts checking in?
I get texts from a handful of folks, and I just give them a quick sentence. I'm doing fine, but we're pushing on. So,
Yeah, I get
that's
a
what we're doing.
lot almost every day, and I have not replied every time. Maybe I've mentioned this before, but
You did, yep.
it makes me feel guilty for not replying every
No.
time. But I think you said to me, "Don't worry about that."
You
know.
guys have the ultimate hall pass right now.
Yeah,
Until
I
this
agree.
is behind
That's
you.
Yeah.
You really do.
yep.
And I'll text Bob maybe once a week, like my little 14 out of 25.
Yeah.
Just encouragement, because you want to be focused.
Yeah.
You want to stay focused. You
Right.
guys are making a great team with the eating and
Yep.
staying positive. Sometimes a text, I guess, can be a good, happy thing. Thank you for thinking of me, but let's get through this.
Well, normally I do reply eventually after a day or two because there's nothing to report most of the time, except, well, Bob put on a pound. Woo! Let's all
Yeah,
celebrate.
it is kind of
you know.
boring through the week. You know, I go have radiation, and nothing is changing.
Yep.
We're living our lives.
It's not
We're-
like he's in some kind of injury rehab where
No.
there's improvement every day and yay, let me tell
Nope.
you how great it's
Mm-hmm.
going. No, it's most likely the other direction. So I don't really have much to say.
So this is Sunday. How
Yes.
did you do Friday and Saturday? How was your energy the last couple days? On
Well,
the
actually,
weekend?
I had a kind of a blue period on Thursday.
Thursday, he
Oh.
got the blues.
I went
Okay.
in and had some fluids. They suggested I go in and just throw some fluids in me.
Just
okay.
to keep him super hydrated.
Okay.
And I just kind of got the blues.
It
like-
took longer than I thought. It was an hour and a half,
Yeah.
which was kind of a pain in the butt because we've already done treatment.
Oh, so you
know.
mean they gave you a bag of fluids?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
an IV.
Mhm.
Okay, I
Yeah.
misunderstood.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So
All
we
right.
sit there in the chair waiting for that. Just it's
Right.
not medicine or anything. It's just fluids.
And I
And
just
it-
kind of got the blues, and then
Yeah.
when we were done, they were gone.
Good.
So
That's
No,
good.
not right away. Friday, you still had a little bit,
a little bit, but I mean,
but
they're gone. It's not,
gone now. He just had a mood. You know, there's
not
just a
something
lot
lingering. Yeah.
to ponder sometimes if you sit there and think about it. And there's a lot in our minds.
Oh, yeah.
And I completely understand. And he gets to have that, like you said, the ultimate hall pass.
Yep.
Like you had said before, Debbie had some mood times, and
It's just hard because
Yeah.
you and I are, well, you're his wife, I'm his buddy, we're supporting him, but he has to do the work.
yeah,
And some days that can be strenuous or
it's a pain in the ass. at
pain in the
times,
ass.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a good way to
really
say
is.
it. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
But that's great that you're going into week 4. Can you believe it?
No, I can't.
No, I cannot.
That's
I mean,
really remarkable.
The first 3 weeks were, I guess, the way I imagined them are completely different.
As
They were
good as we could
actually
imagine.
As best that it could have been without any major side effects.
we didn't expect that. We thought by now he would be bald, no mustache, he would be not able to eat solid foods, he would have lost 10 pounds, but it's none of the above.
No.
So maybe next Sunday when we see you, it will be all different. But right now we feel very
I mean,
positive.
Deb's first go round, she didn't lose her hair. I mean, they said you could,
Yeah.
and many do, but she didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's
we're
so
holding on to
individual.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone has, that's the thing about what we're going through and what we're trying to explain to you is completely different than other cancers that people have.
Right.
For
Each
some,
drug is
yeah,
different.
for some, they'll have chemo, 3 solid weeks in a row
Right.
to attack something where I have it once a week. And
Planed out, yes.
And it's all cancers, I'm sure, are treated in a different way, and it affects everyone differently.
Well, the
And
Cancer Center,
so far, I've been fortunate that it has not been horrible.
even within your cancer, it's completely individualized.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they take Bob's blood, first thing tomorrow morning, they'll do a blood draw. And then they send it to their lab, which is just across the hall, and they look at all of his numbers, and they make his medicine completely individualized for him, not just for him, but for him that week.
Yep.
It's
Yes.
amazing what they're able
That's
to
great.
do.
When you said that last time, I pictured one of those old newspaper movies where there's a boy, run this across the hall.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm. Put one of those
That's
suction tubes.
That's somebody's job
I
to
know.
do that, right?
Yeah, it must be. It must be.
Yes, indeed.
So,
That's cool. Well, that's great. You're still feeling well, and
yeah, and I feel very positive, and I mean, my brain is. I'm a ruminator. I'm a heavy thinker. I'm an overthinker, and this is really works for me because I have to spend a lot of time calculating and thinking and researching.
She's loving this.
Food.
There's a lot of math involved.
There's-
I had no idea.
gives you something to do.
Well,
and
we found out this week. In fact, we met with the dietitian, and I didn't think we needed the dietitian because I
Okay.
had been doing great guns
Yes,
here.
indeed.
But I got a couple tips from her, and one of them, because I said, I'm counting every gram of protein that Bob puts in his bod, man. And she said, well, I want you to count calories now. And he needs to be bare minimum 2,500 calories a day.
Holy cow.
I know.
I told you, I'm plumping up. I saw myself in the mirror, and I'm fat.
Well,
And I'm like, cheesecake, honey? Would you like
Sure,
some cheesecake?
and you can't turn that down.
no.
And then late at night, he has an enormous bowl of ice cream with nuts and
Bless your heart. That's
and
good.
hot fudge and
Why not?
Yeah, every bit counts. So I have to say, let me get my kitchen scale out and I weigh the portions so I can write it down accurately.
And she'll break down portions, figuring out how much calories and the extra spoon I took.
Because I want to make sure he gets minimum of 2,500 calories.
That's a big day.
Problem
right?
is,
That's a huge day.
Yeah.
that's a lot of food. And he's not a runner. He's not burning that off. Well, we don't want him to burn it off anyhow. Problem is, I'm eating along with him. So he's having a giant bowl of ice cream. And I'm like, well, I need to have a little bowl of ice cream,
Yes,
right?
that's right.
Well, you're having cheesecake. I need to have a little
You
cheesecake.
need to sample it to make sure it's okay.
Well, I got to taste the batter. I got to taste it after it comes out of the oven. I got to make sure everything's delicious. So
And it is.
I happen to have my physical this week.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Boy,
Exactly.
Oh boy.
You know my doctor,
Yep.
and she didn't scold me or anything, but she is very aware that I'm not doing my best for my blood sugar right now.
Well, it's sympathy snacking.
It is,
It
and,
is,
and
right?
it's
I
also
mean-
stress. I'm a stress eater. I
Yep.
feed my sorrow with food, and you know what? It's worth it right now. I don't even care. I'll deal with it this summer after Bob's had his surgery. Then we'll go back to a normal life, and I'll go back to eating a lot more broccoli and vegetables. And right now, you know what? Too bad.
Yeah. So
Makes
I
me
like it.
happy.
Plenty of time.
So yeah,
all the time in the world,
yeah.
I guess. All right.
But anyway, and the one thing that was weird was going to my physical was the first time I didn't go with Bob to treatment.
Oh.
Yeah, I had to drive myself.
Okay.
It's,
Poor guy.
It's easy. It's quick. And, after you have the treatment, you're not paralyzed, so you can actually
Drive
a
home.
car.
Yep.
There are a lot of
Miguel-
people who do this, go in on their way to work, go in, have radiation.
I can't
and then
imagine.
continue on driving to their jobs. And, it's their daily routine.
Well, I think there are a lot of people that know of you through the show, and I think this might be of interest, assuming you do have hair loss.
Yes.
How long have you had your mustache?
June 18th, 1969.
That's incredible. Was
No
that,
one
was
we
that when you,
know.
was that when you graduated high
Yep.
school? Yep.
You couldn't have facial hair when I was
No,
in school.
nor could you when I was there.
No one we know has ever seen Bob without a mustache.
Correct. So,
I've seen when we do slideshows for
Yeah.
his parties and stuff,
Pictures.
you see him in that era pre-mustache, high school.
yeah, the old high school days.
Right.
No, if you went to the principal and had whiskers, he'd make you shave them off in his office with a dry razor.
Oh,
That's
man.
rough.
That's
Whoa.
painful.
That's not good.
Oh, that's painful.
wow.
Yeah, that's child torture now.
Yeah.
You know? But those were the
Man.
days.
Well, we're hoping he doesn't lose it. But if he does, it'll come back.
I'm going to knock on wood here.
Yep.
Yeah, so far.
I don't think you will. I really don't. I think the way you look now,
Yep.
I think.
don't know.
I mean,
2 more. I mean, the thing about it, the chemo, once you have it, it keeps working.
Yeah, it's
So
cumulative.
once I get it on tomorrow, and then the following Monday, it could still be working to a point where it says the hair follicles are no longer necessary.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, we
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
And
Okay.
I asked Bob, he said something about them falling out all in one day. And I said, oh, like a ginkgo tree. Do you know a ginkgo tree, what that is?
No.
No, it's a beautiful tree. The leaves turn bright yellow, and in one day, they
all
all
fall off.
twinkle to the ground. It's like a little rain shower.
So it would be
of-
like Bob Einstein. Hey, sweetheart, your mustache is in the sink. Inside
One of
joke,
the-
sorry.
one of the
one
best
of the
jokes
best
ever.
jokes ever.
Oh,
Look it
yeah.
up if you want to.
Okay,
How would
so-
they look that up?
It's a Jerry Seinfeld and Bob Einstein.
Was it on
and
Larry
I
Sanders?
think it might have been Larry Sanders.
Yeah, I believe so.
No, I think it was.
No, I'm taking.
Oh, with Larry
Curb Your
David.
Enthusiasm.
Yeah,
Larry
Curb
David.
Your
Yeah, yeah, I'm sorry,
Enthusiasm.
yeah.
Look up the Curb Your. It's worth it. It's one of the. We rewound that at least 10 times.
It's jarring.
to watch
Hilarious.
that joke. It's
Brilliant.
offensive and hilarious. So
It's
look it
brilliant.
up. We're not going to reenact
No,
it here.
no. Even
Can't
on a
do that.
podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Indeed. So let me see.
Well, the day that I wanted to finish that thought, on
Yes.
the day that I did not go with Bob, I was told by my friend now behind the counter, we're not saying names, right? So, one of the nurses behind the counter said, "Oh, we missed you yesterday." And Bob came in and he said, "Well, I'm by myself." And because he's just so cheerful when he goes in.
Right.
And then that day, when I was back with him, that would have been Friday. I don't know what day, Friday maybe. It was Cinco de Mayo. And what did Bob say when he came in?
I don't remember.
Oh, I heard him very loudly. The door opens. They call his name Bob.
Oh.
The door opens and he goes.
I said,
in.
"Happy Cinco de Derby."
Oh, well,
But,
it
It was the it was-
Cinco de Derby.
It
which I
was
thought
the
was
day
cute.
before the Derby, and they were celebrating the.
They had little fascinator sombreros, little tiny, hilarious sombreros on all the staff. It was cute.
I like a staff that has fun together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they did, and
Then
they make us have
then
fun.
they take me into a back room and zap the hell out of me.
Right. Right.
That's okay. It's okay.
Yep.
It's going to make you better.
It is making me better, I guess. I don't know yet.
I think so.
Mhm.
It's doing
That's
its
the
job.
thing about it. You just don't know how it's going. I meet with the radiation doctor every week on Wednesdays, usually. Checks my vitals and how I'm doing and if I'm feeling any side effects. And before this week, I had to wait until 10:45.
Mm-hmm.
No
and I
water.
couldn't have
nothing.
water or food. So I asked the doctor, said, "Hey, is it okay if I chew gum in the morning?
That's
Just to
interesting.
have some, juices flowing in my mouth?" And he goes, "Sure, as long as you don't swallow it. You can't have anything in your airway, in your esophagus or
Okay.
your stomach."
All right.
It changes the shape of the target. So that's why if you put water or anything in your stomach, it changes the shape of your stomach, and the target that they're aiming for has to be completely precise. And so no
Wow.
swallowing.
Yep.
So he did
Interesting.
So I did the chewing gum, and it's great. I don't have to sit there watching everyone else drink, and
So this is a hot tip for
Yeah.
anybody who might be
so
going
you
through
can
this.
chew gum prior to.
And he went out and bought some juicy fruit.
I was
I
going to
did.
say, is that your flavor of choice?
Well, you know what? I'd never purchased gum since I was a kid. So It's like, what are these gums?
It's a lot
I was
of
looking for
weird
the
gums.
yipe stripes, you know.
Yeah, right.
But they didn't have that, so kind of weird names, and I couldn't even find a stick of bubble gum.
None anymore.
No.
They
So,
probably have the little round, what's
I
that called?
don't know.
Bazooka, right?
Well,
You
I
got
I
it.
didn't see any bazooka.
I
I'd have
haven't seen
purchased them.
Bazooka forever now that you mention it.
They probably went out of business.
Didn't Bazooka have a little game or something
Did a
inside?
cartoon.
Had the
Yeah,
cartoon,
well,
was it Bazooka Joe?
Bazooka Joe.
Yeah, inside the
And
wrapper.
he wore his like turtleneck
Yeah,
over his
turtleneck up over his-
nose,
yeah.
up to his nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And they would have like a saying too, like a little
Yeah,
what would
like
you
a
call it?
fortune cookie
right?
thing.
Oh,
At
is
the
that
bottom.
right?
Yep.
That's what I was remembering. Yeah,
I don't
something.
remember that.
Well, maybe it was before
No.
my time.
Yeah,
when-
it probably was.
so. But anyway, it's been a little bit of a refreshing
Yeah, I
option
can actually
for him in the morning.
have something before I
And
crawl
on
in there.
Mondays when they do radiation 1st before.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as that's done, you can eat right during
Yes.
chemo.
In fact, I'll eat while I'm talking to the doctor.
Okay.
Or eat as I'm going upstairs to the chemo.
It's kind of weird because, anybody who has relatively decent manners, you don't eat in front of people.
no,
Like if they're not eating, you're not going
Unless,
to
of course,
eat.
you're starving, you don't care.
no.
Right, exactly. Unless you're having cancer treatment and you get a free hall pass.
You do.
Yeah.
So he'll scarf down a sandwich or whatever while they're giving him his results of the blood work or whatever, and we do whatever we want.
Mm-hmm.
Have your tastes changed?
They have
Ooh.
not. They couple of things. No, everything tastes the same.
Okay.
Some of them, it's now texture, I think.
Oh,
The mouth is
And
neck
ability
is-
to swallow.
Yeah, it's got to be able to chew everything down a lot so I can get it
So
to go
I
in the
made,
stomach.
with the Kentucky Derby coming, I planned ahead and made Kentucky Hot Brown. Do you know that sandwich?
yes. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Great,
so good.
great
Oh,
sandwich.
it's so good.
Cheesy hot
There's
sauce.
Yes.
so much protein. I'm telling you, it would have been Bob's protein for the day.
Yep.
And it was beautiful. I went into a whole big deal with my sister next door, and she gave me the proper dishes to broil it in. It was gorgeous. And you lay an X on top of that bubbly brown cheese, an X with 2 pieces of bacon, and it's beautiful. And Bob sat down to eat, and
I tried the bacon. I couldn't chew it.
Oh,
Couldn't
really?
chew it down.
He
I
loves bacon
couldn't
so
swallow it.
much.
Oh, shoot.
So I could not eat bacon, which I love bacon more than anything.
it was too crunchy, too like
No.
No,
nourish,
it
or-
just it's hard to chew down bacon.
Okay.
Where you can, there's no large pieces.
Okay.
Although he did chew some beef jerky, but you really
But
have
that's
to
that soft,
chew,
easy.
chew. But so the Kentucky Hot Brown was one of my food
I
failures.
forgot it had bacon on it. Does it have a
Oh, it's
tomato
so-
on it too?
Yeah.
Some like it with a tomato. I do.
Yeah,
Others
yes.
don't.
He
I-
did eat the turkey. I mean, there was a lot of turkey in there and a lot of delicious Mornay sauce. Oh boy, cheesy sauce. But I ended up throwing it away
Yep.
because it kind of turned him a little bit where he just wasn't into it, and I thought it was going to be a hit, man.
And is there a piece of bread on the bottom?
Yep.
Is it open? It's an open face, right?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay.
Homemade bread. I
Yes.
have this Japanese
I haven't
milk
had-
bread I make.
I haven't had one of those in years.
It's so
They're
good.
delicious.
Well, when this is all said and done, I'm making it again because
All
I'm
right.
convinced Bob will love it again. He
I'm
used
sure I
to love
will.
it, so it just was one of those fails, and I'm learning as I go and trying different things with them, and some things work and some things
You
don't.
doing okay with your burgers? Your frozen burgers?
Yeah, we still have those.
Yep.
We have
Some
everything.
from
We're
Yale.
trying a little bit of everything.
All right.
Just anything that'll put pounds on me.
Gravy on top of things.
Yeah, gravy on ice cream. Oh yeah.
Well, one thing he did with the leftover turkey, I didn't use all the turkey in the Kentucky Hot Brown, so he chopped it up in very small pieces and made.
A turkey salad sandwich.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's great. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
It's
I'm
got
with you.
mayo in it.
Oh yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But
mayo.
he loved it.
Oh, it's
So
delicious.
Yeah.
anything soft like that, he's
Turkey
able
and-
to eat.
Yeah, turkey and mayo to me that's strong.
That's a good combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Sonny and Cher. Yeah.
sort of. Yeah.
Turkey and mayo,
Mm-hmm.
Sonny and Cher. I got you, babe. No. So anyway, I'm working hard on finding the right things. I'm trying really hard not to hound him about hydration. I backed off this week.
You're doing well though, right?
Oh yeah. I'm very
Okay.
hydrated.
I can't verify.
What do
See?
you mean you can't verify?
I can't be sure.
She wants to hover over me and make sure I take every ounce possible.
He needs to have 90 minimum fluid Is it 90 fluid ounces a
That's
day?
a lot drinking.
It's a
That's a
lot
lot.
of drinking.
That's a lot of drinking. Yeah.
And he's peeing all the time.
And I believe it's 80 fluid ounces.
He's not going one
I'm
ounce
not going
over.
an ounce higher.
And
you
I'm-
can't start cheating the numbers up either. It was
I say
80,
it's 100.
80.
Well,
80 fluid ounces.
My
That's a lot to
point
drink.
is,
I
he
remember,
is
though-
monitoring that himself. So I'm letting him have his autonomy when it comes to fluids.
Well, they said I'd have a headache if I didn't hydrate properly. I have yet to have a headache. In fact, I'm floating to the to the
I
treatment
know you
every
are,
day.
honey. It's just I have a tendency to be bossy.
Well,
Shock.
I remember a time when you and I could down 96 ounces in one sitting.
In one sitting.
Of
But it was
beers?
not one.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
That's your 8 beers,
Those
right?
are good old days.
Oh,
yes.
man.
Uh-huh.
Well, it was either the nurse practitioner or the dietitian said most people in this situation, when they're told to super hydrate, make sure you hydrate. They're having coffee and Diet Coke
Which is the worst thing you can do.
all day
Right.
long.
It dehydrates you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So he's now having decaf or what do you call it?
It's a
Caffeine-free.
Caffeine-free diet
yeah.
pop.
diet,
And he likes it
and
fine.
I do one of those a day.
Yeah.
I get
That's
tons
a
of
treat.
water.
That's a big treat.
You know, water is the thing I hate, and now I'm drinking it like crazy, and actually it's turned into the most refreshing drink I have.
That's
it
great,
works
Bob.
down that sore throat.
Yep.
You know.
And Gatorades galore.
And today was it yesterday or today that you said the pain has leveled off like a plateau?
Yeah, I had the same amount of pain for, it was
Friday.
Friday and Saturday.
And
Today, a little bit more, but not much.
Not appreciable. That's
No,
great.
No.
Yeah, I think it's just grand. I mean, he's just doing great. So, and we've been listening to the show in the morning
Okay.
Yep.
on the way,
On the
which
way.
is fun. Normally we're asleep because we don't get up bright and early like that anymore at 5
No,
a.m.
No, we don't. That's
But we've
one of
had
the
fun doing
advantages of
that.
retirement. I get to sleep in.
Yes.
I get to stay up late, and I get to sleep in.
And
now,
you will.
And now I get to fight cancer.
But only 2 more weeks, Bob, and then you
Yes.
get to go back to sleeping in. 2
Yes,
more weeks.
2
You
more
can
weeks.
stand on your head for 2 weeks.
Yes, but then there's surgery after that. There are
That's
a lot of things
down the
going
road.
on. Yes.
You know,
All this stuff's happening.
you're going to get there.
I
You're
know.
going to get through it.
I'm working
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Best I can do. I have
know
a
it.
new partner. I hate him. I'm going to kill him. And that's what I'm in the process of doing.
You're doing great.
Yes.
Can I say my little meme thing that I got from my doctor?
Okay.
So remember, I went for my physical, and then the next day she sent me a note with this message on it. It's so I think it's so great. If I tell you I've got your back, you don't need to turn around and check. I'm where I said I'd be. Isn't that good?
That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I sent that to my brother Yale and sister Susan in our siblings text we have. And Yale's reply was, if you ever did turn around, you would see a big crowd.
That's good. Yep.
That's very
It
nice.
it just made me gasp. It
Yeah.
was just beautiful and encouraging. And I know there are people out there caring
Oh, yeah.
and holding us up, even though there's not much they can do. We don't even want them bringing us food now because we're full. We have
Yep.
every item. My
Full all
freezer.
the time.
I cleaned the freezer out and it's still
That's
crammed
the
full.
real push me, pull you. Everyone wants to do
I
something.
know.
Sure.
They don't know what to do. They really
Right.
can't do anything.
No,
I mean,
No,
if,
there isn't.
If
I mean, that's,
they could fix our pool.
I don't think
Well,
that
that's
falls
really-
under the category of
no, it doesn't.
no.
Hey, you
That's
never
funny,
know.
though.
You never know.
That's one of my jokes.
That's a
Well done,
good
honey.
joke. Yeah, I think Bob would rather go back to talking about Janice Ian at this point than the pool.
Oh, my God.
No, we're going to get through it. We really are. Are we
Yeah.
going to talk about the race next week? The lead up to the race.
Lead up to it.
Yeah.
We'll be heading out there, I hope. As if nothing else gets worse than what it is, we'll be at the 500 and enjoy a good race weekend.
That's our goal right now. Oh, well, our first goal, though, is next week. What's
Next
that?
week, our youngest is graduating from law school.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That
So-
doesn't seem
A
possible.
week from yesterday.
Yeah, so
And we really, really want to be there.
I want to be at that graduation, and I hope I am capable of doing that.
I
Good.
think you will. It's only
Yep.
a week. I think
Yeah.
we can.
Well, if it's anything like
So-
the first three, I think I'll be there with no problem.
Yep. So we'll report back on next Sunday if we were able to. I'm making it come hell or high water.
I know
I'm
you
going to
are.
be there.
There's
but
no
I
way
want
you're gonna
Bob
miss.
with me. you
Oh, I
know.
want to be there.
I know you do.
I did think if Bob got to the point, maybe at the end, maybe the last podcast, you just don't feel like doing it. I've got a new name. If
Oh,
it's
do you?
just Becky and me, yes.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
What is it?
It's 2 dicks and 3 mics.
Oh, my God.
But,
That's-
yeah,
or the
yeah.
Cancer Show.
Great.
Ooh, that wouldn't be.
That's so good. No.
Yeah, see, yeah,
How would- how
Got to
would-
have the Bob part of
Yeah,
it in there.
I know that.
You got to have Bob in there.
Yes, I've had some
So-
great partners in my life, but this is a partner I did not ask for.
Nope.
No.
So we'll kill him. We'll kill him and dead.
We're doing it together.
Yes.
Yep.
This is, I guess, about all we had for the week. I
Yeah.
can't think of
plenty.
anything else.
You didn't talk about your motivation once.
I explain motivation. I can tell them about motivation every time I'm here. But,
Just saying the words, your motivation.
oh, I know. Yeah. Jiggle them for me. That is motivation. Life is good.
It is good.
I love you, darling. All right. Well, we'll see you next week. This is the Bob and Cancer Show. I hate my partner. I'm going to kill him.
You've been listening to the Bob and Cancer Show. Tune into our next episode as we continue to follow Bob's journey. Bob Gavoyan appears courtesy of Heavy Honey Ice Cream. Heavy Honey, when you need to gain weight or are already married. This is Whit Grayson speaking.